Man, what is happening, my YouTube family? Of course, it is your boy B New. I'm coming at you on this Wednesday. And first and foremost, as always, want to send out positive vibrations and blessings to anybody who could be listening. Now, with all that being said, we all know that the Los Angeles Lakers were in action on yesterday in the Western Conference Finals, taking on none other than the Denver Nuggets in a rematch of the bubble Western Conference Finals. So we won't get into all that right now, but we have a whole lot to talk about regarding yesterday's matchup. And of course, I hope a lot of you joined me on the live stream yesterday after the game because we had so much to talk about. But for those of you who didn't, I'm going to give a recap and a little bit of a synopsis of what I saw took place in that game and what I think will happen going forward. But first and foremost, let me say this. On yesterday's show, in my pregame analysis before we even had the live stream on yesterday, I said that the Los Angeles Lakers would more than likely lose game one. I said that I still pick the Lakers in 6 if they lose game one. And the reason I said that was because I said not only the coming out the atmosphere of the Denver home crowd just coming out, getting a whole lot of energy. The Lakers haven't had that high of just beating Golden State, kind of in a little bit of a layback mode. The Lakers tend to relax sometimes instead of coming out and giving the full maximum effort. Even Austin Reeves alluded to after the game that there wasn't a full effort present. Now, there was a lot to do with X's and O's, so don't get me wrong. So don't leave me just yet. I'm about to get into the X's and O's of the game, and like I said, things that can be adjusted. But I'm just giving you some of the contributing factors which led to the Lakers getting punched in the mouth early in the game, and that was what I just alluded to. But not only that, that high elevation of that Denver atmosphere, you have to be able to get your breath if you're not used to that. And of course, we know the Denver Nuggets in Salt Lake City do have the best home court in the NBA because of visiting teams just cannot adapt to it. So it's something that's tough to get used to. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. No excuses being made. But the most egregious thing that I think that really led to the Lakers falling off the way they did in the first quarter, and as you can see in the third quarter, was Darvin Ham's decision to start the 3-guard lineup against a team that is much larger than the team you just previously faced, and that of the Golden State Warriors. Now, as we progressed throughout the series of Golden State, you saw all the different X's and O's. You saw all the different things that Darvin Ham was doing to make the necessary adjustments against Golden State, whether it was switching from Vanderbilt throughout the course of the series after Golden State made the necessary adjustments, using top funnel coverage on, whether it was switching with Anthony Davis on pick and roll, whether it was blitzing, whether it was playing drop coverage, all the different mismatches that were made, the different lineups that Kerr made. But we see in this series that there's going to have to be some adjustments made. And we did see Darvin Ham make some late game adjustments. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. But coming out with that 3-guard lineup just didn't make a whole lot of sense going up against Denver, because you have an Eric Gordon, you have an Otto Porter Jr., you have a Nikola Jokic, you have players that are, larger and taller players. Austin Reeves simply cannot come up on Otto Porter and be able to think he can defend him from the 3-point line, even putting a hand in his face, because Otto Porter is ready to take the shot and he can easily shoot over him. You have to realize Darvin Ham, which he did later by inserting Rui Hachimura, and we're going to talk about that in just a bit too. But the 3-guard lineup, that is something that worked against Golden State, who ran a lot of multiple screens and who were also playing small themselves. And then you had players who could get that, because Rui Hachimura kind of suffered in that last series against Golden State, because Rui Hachimura had difficulty trying to shoot the gap and get through the multiple screens that Golden State was running in order to get shooters like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry open. However, I will say this, with Denver, a lot of their offense is strictly post up by Jokic. And another mistake that the Lakers were making, they were playing too much double team help. If you're going to use AD to play Jokic straight up, then that's fine. Let him guard him straight up. You don't need to cheat. If you're going to double, but you cheating, and he's simply just kicking it back out. It was plays in which Schroeder kept cheating down, or Austin Reeves kept cheating down, and you leaving Jamal Murray wide open for 3 because you coming down. He simply just kicks it back out. That makes no sense. Allow Anthony Davis to play one-on-one if that's what he's going to do. If he scores a 2, then so be it, because a 2 is a much better shot than a 3 if you're letting them get a wide open 3, and you could just have to live and die with Anthony Davis trying to guard him one-on-one. However, now that you saw that you went big, you could play different by inserting Rui Hachimura in the lineup, and now you're capable of switching on their pick and rolls. You're capable of letting Rui guard Jokić one-on-one and let Anthony Davis come and help defense. So with Anthony Davis, that ended up causing him to play float help against Jeff Green and Aaron Gordon, which worked out a whole lot better because he could leave that weak side coverage. And as Jokić finally worked his way in on Hachimura, because Jokić just feels like I'm bigger and stronger than him, I can get past him. Laterally, he's not quicker, so he's really not going to make a move past Hachimura the way he did Davis a couple of times. And I think that kind of caught Davis off guard, because the times that he did get to the rim and get that done, for instance, I think Anthony Davis was expecting him to back down, and not just quick and hit a quick move. And that's the smartness of Jokić, just kind of mixing up what he does, even on the offensive side of the game. But at the end of the day, Hachimura has the strength and the center of gravity to be able to keep Jokić from just powering him down. And by the time he does back him down long enough, you have Anthony Davis who can come over to help. But because of the length of Anthony Davis and where he's helping off of the weak side, unless Denver makes adjustments and keeps, maybe him out of the corner, because that's a hard pass for Jokić to make, especially with the length of Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis has the ability to close out pretty good compared to some other players in the league because of the length that he has to get out on shooters. Although I will say this, on one particular play, Anthony Davis was sagging so far off Jeff Green, it just didn't make any damn sense to leave Jeff Green that wide open, and they just kicked it around to AD, and AD just looked at him without closing out at all. That is something that he's going to have to improve on. And like I said, a lot of that with the Lakers was just a lack of effort, like Austin Reeves alluded to in his post-game presser. The Lakers was trotting back down court on a lot of transition points. At the end of the day, Denver led them 17-6 in transition points in the first half. And then on top of that, I want to say Jokić out-rebounded the whole Laker team in the first half, like 16-13. You cannot have that. The Lakers need to do a better job at rebounding the ball as a team, because if you have Anthony Davis contesting Nikola Jokić in the paint and he misses, who is going to be there to clean it up? If Anthony Davis comes over to assist, in somebody who's penetrated the paint and he comes off of Jokić or comes off his man to try to add some rim protection and they missed a shot, who is going to be there to clean it up? Is making it all too easy for them to clean it up. So at the end of the day, I just feel like Darvin Ham made the necessary adjustments in order to get, Denver to think about making some adjustments on their own leading into the next game, because by letting Anthony Davis be a floater versus playing him straight up on every play. Now, I honestly think that they should mix it up throughout the course of the game. So on some plays, let AD guard him straight up. On some plays, give it to Hachimura, mix it up. Don't give him the same coverages, but keep your eyes peeled for people that's cutting, because when Jokić has the ball, you have to realize people like KCP to play where he just dove in and made it all too easy. Other people have to be aware of their surroundings. They can't all stare and look at Jokić. Pay attention to your men, because they will be cutting, making moves, because they know Jokić is a very smart player who will find them. So I just feel like, AD can handle Jokić one-on-one. Some plays is just going to be too good, like the play at the end of the third quarter where Jokić threw up the three over AD. It wasn't much he can do. I wish AD would have got a little bit more into his body and made him uncomfortable as far as being able to get up a shot, but who knows, they might would have called a foul. But with 3 seconds left, he was going to have to pull up, because he obviously wasn't going to, put the ball on the floor and go into a dribble towards the basket. So, but all AD could do was just smile. It was one play where Murray hit a shot in LeBron's face at the end of the shot clock. That was almost a three. I think they overturned it later because his foot was on the line. But all LeBron could do was smile and give him the thumbs up too, because you're going to come out, and make plays like that, then, hey, you deserve to win this game. And the Lakers, I think they fought hard. They shouldn't have spotted them so much. I feel like if Darvin Ham would have made necessary adjustments quicker, it was an 18-point halftime lead, I think, or 16 or whatever. They could have cut it a lot quicker, but he came back out again to start of the second half with that same small ball lineup with the three guards, which just didn't make a whole lot of sense. We did see D'Angelo Russell got sat down on the bench for quite some time. And if you look at D'Angelo Russell, if you take a look at his minutes, he only had 26 minutes, but the Lakers only lost by 6 points. And D'Angelo Russell was 4 out of 11 for 36%, 0 from 3. So he has to improve there. He doesn't play good defense. We saw what Brown did to him in the open court. Denver fully taking advantage of situations like that. So if D'Angelo Russell can improve like he did last series, anytime he had a down game, he always came back and had a better game to prove, that he is worth trying to sign in the offseason. But at the end of the day, Dennis Schroeder got way more playing time than he did at 32 minutes compared to D'Angelo Russell. Only had 26 minutes in the game. So we'll see how that unfolds. I'm pretty sure D'Lo will still be the starter going forward. I don't think Ham is going to throw a wrench in his confidence like that. And I think he still actually has a lot of faith in D'Lo to be a productive offensive player and do a lot better and have a bounce back game. But we shall see. But I still think, they're going to start Moore. So I would imagine game 2, the starting lineup would be D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis. And as I said on the live stream on yesterday, it is unfortunate that Mo Bamba is still injured from that high ankle sprain at the end of the season. Although he's not a great rim protector, he would be a big body that you could throw at a Jokić, and he does spread the floor for a big man, which would allow for LeBron James to operate in the paint. It's just a shame we never really got a chance to see Mo Bamba play for the Lakers for too long this season, because as soon as he came, he was injured, so he really didn't get a whole lot of playing time. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is the playoffs. Maybe he would be healthy by next series when the Lakers take on probably, who knows, it could be a rematch of the bubble, the Boston Celtics, or it could be the Miami Heat. Put in the comments who you think it is. We'll have a whole post game about this show on tomorrow. We can make mention of that. Right now, we're still focusing on the Lake show. If time would permit, then I would do so. But like I tell y'all every day, I got a whole lot going on. But I appreciate all of those of you who like and subscribe to the channel. I'm telling you what, it is much appreciated. One thing I did want to point out was, this game was very close. If you look at assists, Lakers had 30 assists, Nuggets had 29 assists. If you look at blocks 7-4 in favor of Denver. But turnovers, the Lakers only had 7 turnovers, kept it under double digits for the turnovers. Denver had 11 points in the paint, Denver 50, the Lakers 48. So that was really even. So you look, even personal fouls, 21 fouls to 21 fouls. So if you look at where the game was won and lost, look at field goal percentage. Both teams shot 54.8% from field goal range, which is crazy. 54.9 for Denver, 54.8 for the Lakers. But the Nuggets made 4 more field goals than them. They had 91 opportunities compared to the Lakers' 84. That was because of all the extra offensive rebounding. And that is something that I just talked about earlier, that the Lakers are going to have to do better at getting on the glass and not allowing Denver to have so many opportunities at scoring more points. Because if you really look at it, that's what it boiled down to. The Lakers 84 shot attempts to the Nuggets 91 shot attempts, and they both shot from the same clip. And if you look at it from three-pointers, it seemed like the Nuggets were so hot. They was 15 out of 32 for 46%. The Lakers was 11 out of 24 for 46%. So they shot the same three-point percentage. They shot the same field goal percentage. The free throws was damn near even, 26 to 22. The Lakers actually shot a better percentage from there. I wish LeBron would have made a couple of those down the stretch. It would have made it a little bit closer game. I know a lot of people on LeBron James' head this morning because the missed 3, he could have got it to Austin Reeves, because Austin Reeves had to go in the 4th. He took a shot that he thought he could make. It just didn't go down for him. He did have a turnover late, but at that time, I think they were already down by 4 or maybe even 6 with 17 seconds left, so who knows. But at the end of the day, I covered and won all my money because they said Lakers plus 6.5, and then in the game, they said Lakers plus 18.5 and plus 13.5. So either way, I continued to rack up on my bread, but, even steals was consistent. 6 for Lakers, 5 for Denver. So it's going to be an evenly matched series. I'm eager to see what kind of adjustments Denver going to make. I know some good ones that they could make, but I'm honestly not going to say it because I don't want nobody to tell Denver the secret sauce. I'm sure Mike Malone is smart enough. He'll figure it out. We may talk about it next game, but we shall see. But right now, I'm still picking Lakers in 6. I think the Lakers did everything they needed to do in order to make the necessary adjustments and improvements to go on and win game 2. And I like to see a desperate Lakers team next game. I think the Lakers, when they play desperate, they probably one of the best teams in the NBA. And they haven't been playing desperate in some of these games where they probably could have closed out Memphis early. They probably could have closed out Golden State early. They played real tenacious in all the other game ones. But like I said, I picked yesterday that I thought the Lakers would lose this game, and they kind of lost in the same fashion. I said they'd go down and try to make it close at the end. But at the end of the day, it would have been nice for them to steal that game. But they have a lot of great things they can build on. They shot like 70% in the second half on yesterday. So Denver is not one of the best defensive teams that they faced in the playoffs. Memphis and Golden State was much better defensive teams. So all the Lakers need to do is turn their defense up a notch and watch some film, which they're probably doing right now, getting a whole lot better. So we're going to see what the Lakers do. But like I said, if you haven't done so already, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. And as always, this is your boy B New. I'm saying right on to the real, and much love to these haters.